There you go. Well, welcome everyone. Appreciate the introduction, Jamie. First of all, I want to give Jamie and Leanne some thanks for everything that they put on to the background with Dylan. And again, it's an honor to be able to be speaking today. You know, to follow up after someone like Daniel is a privilege. Daniel, I've watched him grow up in the business, and brother, you just continue to amaze me with how you speak. So today, everyone, I'm going to talk about if it's going to be, then it's up to me. This is something that I've worked with this for myself through my entire life, not only with Experior in the past and so forth, but getting over that hurdle, going from your mindset about failure and into success. And I've always taken the approach that like it says, if it's going to be, it's up to me. I didn't really rely on anyone. Maybe in some ways, a lot of you is maybe a lot like me. Maybe we put too much pressure on ourselves, and that's good. We can, sometimes it holds us back in some ways because maybe we can be too critical. But I wanted to be making sure that at the end of the day, I could look back and said, I did it. I did it with the help of others, but it was mainly about me and taking control of you. That's we sometimes we don't see that too much in today's society. And here's Muhammad Ali. Again, champions are made in the gym. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, and a vision. And just like it says here, let's face it, this is nothing new. But here's what Experior brings out, and this is a quote that we need to resurrect. We used to say it before. Experior is one of the best self-development programs out there, and it simply just comes with an awesome compensation package attached to it. We need to be saying that more and more because it truly is. This company, it brings the best out of people in every which way. And again, it's not about product, it's about solutions. And our best solution is our business. So when we talk about mental toughness, and again, this is something that I obviously work on with myself a lot, and I'll be the first one to humble myself. You could be the biggest leader with titles don't mean anything, tenure doesn't mean anything. You're still going to struggle. And whenever you get to the next stage in your career and so forth, you're still going to doubt. You're still going to question. You think you're going to say, is it me? Is it them? And you need to have that mental toughness and work on it so that, just like it says here, mental toughness can take you to the top, but mental weakness will bring you straight to the bottom. And it's something that is constantly needing to be worked on. The pandemic has caused a lot of mental illness and so forth. And being able to speak about it and being able to address it is something that I'm going to talk about in a sec, but you need to be able to know that it's okay. And what you need to do, and we used to have a saying, you need to snap. You need to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And this happened to me a lot in the business growing up. I talk about my mom taught my brother and I to stand in front of the mirror and to well up a little bit, to cry. And I mean that in a good way. And there still could be some times that, I've done it in the past. But being able to look at yourself in the mirror and not just look at yourself, but look through yourself and really ask yourself, what am I doing? What do I need to change? And like I said, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And we need to talk about snapping. And if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then maybe you can take away a couple nuggets that I'm going to talk to you about today. But you need to snap. You need to find out what is the change that you need to do. And it's not completely revamping something. It's making little tweaks and adapting. And, we had an ED meeting the other day, and this is a saying that goes around our business: iron sharpens iron, and one man or one person sharpens another. And we talk about competing, but not comparing. Our business is about a scoreboard. It's about seeing who's doing what and who's not doing what. And that's the beauty of being transparent. You want to compete with people, but you don't want to compare. I look at the Daniel Pretes, I look at the Ryan Thompsons and so forth. I want to compete with those guys. And I want them to succeed because I know if they're succeeding, I can look at myself and say, what do I need to do if they're doing? And you know what? The beauty of our models, we can reach out and we can ask them, hey, what are you doing? And they'll tell you, which is fantastic. Other companies don't want to do that. I remember, we had a training at the Vaughan office where we had someone that came over from another company, and we asked her about some of the successes she had, and she literally said in front of the room, I don't want to share that because then everyone else will know what I'm doing, and that may take away from me. And we were like, Don't let the door hit you hard enough on the way out. And so, you know what? There's that open transparency that we need to be about, working together and showing people. Again, that slide that Sheldon showed about, it's an agent ownership and so forth. But the best thing that someone needs to do, and I've often talked about this, is finding a foxhole buddy. And finding a foxhole buddy is someone in the industry, more importantly in the business. It doesn't even have to be part of your team or your hierarchy. It could be in a side hierarchy and so forth. But you need to find someone that you can compete with and push yourself with, and be able to say, hey, you know what, if you're doing something right, what are you doing that I can maybe do better? And that foxhole buddy, with me and in my past, that has helped me always make sure that I'm pushing myself in the best possible way. Now, here's what a lot of things happen with everyone. There's a lot of blame that goes on, and it's not exterior. Some people say, well, Xperia is not working. And I'm the first one to say, look, I'm not one to get in someone's face, but I'm not going to let someone try to turn the tables on me and what they think. And I say, no, it's you. And let's face it, everyone has these obstacles, these priorities. They have life, they have kids, they have parents, they have siblings, other jobs, other responsibilities. Oh, it's my upline's problem. Oh, it's my downline's problem. Oh, it's time. Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, it's the economy. Oh, it's the markets. Oh, it's COVID. You know what? Too much blame is going on, with where we really need to look at ourselves in the mirror to find out what do I need to do in order to get going. And I love this quote. I've used it before, and I kind of resurrected it again. It said, first forget about inspiration. And I'm not the biggest person for rah and so forth. Habit is more dependable, and habits will sustain you whether you're inspired or not. And that used to be one thing that drove me crazy about my former past company, is that it was all rah. And I looked at that and said, you know what, you can walk away from this convention, and you could be all jacked up, but if you don't get into good habits, you're not gonna succeed. So when someone talks about something, I often found that they're talking to me, and we could be on a training, a locker room talk. And even though someone's saying, hey, someone's not doing this, I always take that personally and say, maybe they're talking about me, and I need to, get my act in order. Never be afraid to ask for help, but first you have to make sure that you're trying to figure it out yourself. Too many times, I'm not going to call anyone out here today, but too many times, oh, I have a question about this in one of the groups. Have you tried figuring it out yourself? That's the only way that you're going to push yourself and succeed. And you know what? And be able to train others as well. That's what I've done. And, that's what I still encourage with my team and with people that I talk to today. Learn how to catch fish instead of wanting and needing someone to catch the fish for you. And look at yourself to find out what you need to tweak, because again, it might not be a complete rebuild, and you're not alone, and you can't blame others with stuff. Okay. So it's not me. This is what a lot of people say. It's not me. There's a book that I've reread again. I try to read it at least once a year, listen to it on audio, a book, Leadership and Self-Deception, Being in the Box. And I'm working with some of my leaders right now about, being in the box. Are you frustrated? What's making you frustrated? What's holding you back? This book is powerful, and I actually want to reread it or re-listen to it again, because it talks about actions being incongruent with desires. And there's a disconnect on that. And if you want to live the life of the top, but you're unwilling to pay the price, then those are some of the things that you need to figure out why. And there's an act contrary to what you feel you should be doing, is act of what's called self-betrayal. And I've been guilty about that. I know that I should be doing something different, but I don't. What's holding me back? And I got to figure out why. I'm in the box. And the self-deception, self-betrayal are the humps that we need to get over. And I'll encourage everyone to take a look at this book by the Arbitrary Institute. And if you want to be absent for the struggle, then don't expect to be present for the success. And again, we need to be looking back at ourselves going, what am I doing? How can I go and seek out? It's funny. Someone said, if you're struggling here, you can reach out, and suddenly everyone will be there to say, I've thought the same thing. I'll be here to help you out. And I'm not going to go with this because my time's up, but there's another book out there called Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. And this lady gets in your face about, you need to wake up. These 10 rules for success or for Mark Williams. I want to be making sure that we still continue and follow what he's taught us and so forth. But you know what? If it's going to be, it's up to me. And same to you, Jamie. Thanks very much for enabling me to speak today.